This is a secretive neo-Nazi conference.
Make no mistake, we are at war.
Attended by gym owners, coaches, trainers, networking with white supremacists that are conducting military-style drills. The topic of the event, forming disciplined groups of men who can rebuild our world amidst the coming wreckage. We obtain video, identify organizers and attendees, and expose how this movement, which often gathers in privately owned gyms, is growing in Canada.
We're just kind of trying to figure out why you're there. Hello?
White supremacist groups that recruit young men to train and fight are getting bolder, like this demonstration by Second Sons, a group led by this guy, Jeremy McKenzie.
I will do everything in my power to f these people to death! Yeah!
Giving a Nazi salute here. Members of Second Sons and other groups gathered in Vancouver in July for a conference run by the Exiles of the Golden Age, a white supremacist group that's really into mixed martial arts and ancient Germanic traditions like this ritual to mark the changing of seasons, complete with a swastika. This is some of the imagery that they put on their social profiles.
Okay, they're definitely Nazis. Look at that shit. Terrible.
The Exiles keep the location secret, first meeting at a park to vet attendees.
So once we identified the park where it was being held, we very quickly just looked at Google Maps and saw, well, where could they hold an event of this size that would be within a reasonable distance for them to reroute people. And one of the venues I saw right away was the Scottish Cultural Centre.
The Scottish Cultural Centre is on a diverse block. There's a Taiwanese-Canadian cultural society, a mosque, and a Buddhist education center.
And we had a photographer, and they collected a bit over 50 individuals' pictures who attended that event.
We go to the Scottish Cultural Centre to ask about the event, but the executive director wasn't there. Later, we call him.
So you didn't know this was a neo-Nazi gathering?
Of course not.
We also find people you might not expect, gym owners and coaches. Here's Lane Palmer. Palmer, who sometimes goes by Lane Jackson, is an organizer according to the Exiles.
Principles that are ethnically exclusive, both biologically and spiritually.
And we match his photo to the profile of a coach at West Shore Boxing Gym in Langford, BC. He doesn't respond to our emails or calls. The gym tells us that they weren't aware of his background, and he's no longer part of the gym. What does it say to you that these groups and MMA gyms are coming together?
It suggests something far more sinister too, that this is deeper and more widespread than we may have initially considered.
We also find Carl Stornis Bliss. He co-owns a strength training company which frequently operates out of a gym in Mission, BC. He was also a children's coach there at one point. And in this photo on the gym's Instagram page, he shows off a tattoo of a skull symbol used by the Nazi SS. And in this photo, there's a Nazi SS symbol on the back of his helmet.
You were documented being there, so I'm just curious to know why you were there.
I didn't go to anything in Vancouver at a center.
Scottish Cultural Centre in Vancouver in July.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, man.
But check this out. His right arm tattoo and this shirt match the conference footage. We call the owner of Mission BJJ.
I was led to believe this was a jiu-jitsu seminar.
When we spoke to him, he didn't remember attending anything in Vancouver in July.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because my gym has so many diverse backgrounds of Indians, Filipinos, and if I thought that we had a white supremacist there, that would... It actually blows my mind, to be honest, but...
Is he still going to be at your gym?
No, I've told him to leave the gym.
Finally, here's Ron Pierce, owner of Foundry Combat Sports in Duncan, BC. His gym teaches adults and children with diverse backgrounds.
We're doing some research on an event that happened this past summer in Vancouver, the Scottish Cultural Centre. We noticed that you were one of the guys that were at this event. We're just kind of trying to figure out what was going on, why you were there, and we're just curious to kind of figure out that part of it.
What do you mean?
What do you mean what I mean? Sorry, I'm confused. Hello?
Mixed martial arts and combat sports, many of them, can be significant gateways to far-right extremism. But I have to stress that it doesn't always have to be this way. There are plenty of anti-fascist and progressive-leaning mixed martial arts. This is a space they may have co-opted, but it is not a space that belongs solely to them.
We'll continue to track groups like this as they pop up across the country. If you see something like this in your community, reach out, vi@cbc.ca.